Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Haven. Today, we're going to be continuing our Genshin Impact play, which I think most of last time we covered 5.2 content, believe? Or like, we just got into it. So, luckily today, glad I didn't plan this for tomorrow, because tomorrow is the update of 5.7, so we're going to try and keep catching up so we're not too much behind. I have not well, today is a double stream day, so later tonight I will actually playing Phasmophobia over on my Twitch channel. And we'll see how well that goes. I will probably be making the stream schedule later today once my work schedule comes out. However, I will already tell everybody you're not going to be streaming too much next week. I'm going to try and slam in a double stream day, but I only have actual 2 days that I can even possibly stream at all. Just because of work and just because of other IRL important things that are going to have to be done. So I'm already going to give the warning on that, but I will probably make it in between the break for between streams. I'm a little fuzzy. I've not had a ton of sleep, but I'm getting a little bit better. Now I made sure to launch OBS in the correct way. So now we don't have to worry about that weird awkward screen. We're all good. So we're gonna pretty much jump right into it. And we're in Notland territory for anybody who is trying to avoid any Notland spoilers, perhaps. And I will show off that for anybody who doesn't follow my socials, I did get Chiori, the one who I was wishing for. It took 80 pulls to get her. But before we get talking about questing, let me show her off. Go here. And which she'll really help with one of my Geo teams, which has Ito. I know she'd be better for a Navia case, but I just do not have her, so I now have Chiori. She's only level 50, and I slapped on what artifacts I do have, but I do need to grind that Geo domain for Husk of Omnipotent Dreams, which I actually need for 3 different Geo characters, so she'll get what she needs. And weapon-wise, not great, but she has at least something. Alright, I'm gonna switch Raiden back in, just for the higher level people. I'm really hoping at one point
Stay close
to get maybe this team all up to level and stuff, all up to snuff. Mostly Ganyu's there in level, but she needs the artifacts because she's pretty squishy and doesn't hit as hard as she needs to justify her squishiness. But I need to get everybody up to snuff here, and I really hope to use this team. This team's gonna take a while if I continue to stick with this weird mesh-up. Mostly because Sucrose is crazy underleveled. This team, too underleveled to bring out into the open. And all 3 of these luckily use the same artifacts, so I can actually just grind for those all together, which is nice. Kuki, I actually have, because I'm using her as a healer support, she uses Tendency of the Melilith, which is the same I use for Diona, so she's feeding off of leftovers, basically. That domain isn't too bad. And then this team right here, I want to get up to snuff, but I need Ascension material, which is mainly my problem. Alrighty though, let's get into some questing. Make sure I'm on the right quest. Okay. So we need to go back to Mauvika. Mauvika, sorry. Gotta remember to not pronounce the V. I gotta just talk to her about the captain's intentions, which mainly we've just been going back and forth between Captain and Mauvika to say like what their intentions are without any violence. We do not need that much violence.
Mauvika! Traveler, Paimon Sitlali. Perfect timing. I've located the captain.
Oh, really? That's great! We also just took a peek at Ororon's memories and discovered something huge! All with his granny's permission, of course. Or no, actually it was...
Calm down, Paimon. I'll take it from here.
So the captain was searching for the source mechanism to reconstruct the ley lines. If his plan is already in motion, that means he knows exactly how to accomplish his goal. We have to stop him.
Why?
Is reconstructing the ley lines a bad thing?
Yes. It's not a simple fix. It would mean sacrificing nearly everything contained within the current ley lines, very similar to the price of using a gnosis. If he activates the mechanism, it's all over. We need to mobilize our forces as soon as possible.
But what forces do we have?
Kanich, Shilonen, you two, and myself. All other warriors are working to push back the Abyss on the front lines.
But that's barely any people! Not to mention you lost your power, and they've got the captain on their side! Oh, maybe we really should get Citlali to break Ororon's legs.
That won't help us with the captain, I'm afraid. In any case, the Masters of the Nightwind are in urgent need of manpower. Citlali, I was hoping you could head back and help defend the tribe.
All right. I understand where I'm needed. I'll head out right away.
Don't worry about your grandson. We'll figure something out for sure.
I'll leave him to you all then.
All right, back to the matter at hand. I don't believe defeating the captain needs to be our ultimate goal. Let me grab Shilonen and Kanich, then I'll tell you my idea. As you all know, Ororon is working with the captain and we need to stop their plan. The captain is a formidable opponent, but that shouldn't deter us. In any case, a head-on confrontation isn't the best way to solve the issue. Their plan hinges entirely on a single element, the source mechanism. If we leverage our forces, we can destroy it, and then success is ours. We'll head out together. In the event that a confrontation becomes inevitable, I'll stall the captain while you advance.
No. You're our leader, and you've lost your power. You shouldn't be the one to face the captain.
I love how everybody's just like, hey Archon, you lost your power, you can't fight anymore. Just have to remind you of that. I feel like that's a little mean to her. But I mean it's facts, it's true. But I just feel like it's a little mean.
I agree with Kanich. The two of us can handle it.
Listen to my plan first. Kanich, I want you and Ahau to launch an assault from the front and break through the Fatui defenses. The captain won't be on the front lines. As a seasoned warrior, he'll be stationed in close proximity to the device to ensure its protection.
So, you want us to lure him to the front?
No. The purpose of the frontal assault is to gather the Fatui forces in one place. That way, it's easier for the rest of us to avoid them. Shilonen, I need you to do what your tribe does best, and dig a tunnel from the outskirts of the ruin. Once we get close to the device, we just need to destroy it.
So, Shilonen is launching the main assault.
Exactly. The Traveler and I will join her as well. No one can create a distraction better than you, Kanich, not even myself. By combining our strengths, we just might manage to break through the captain's defenses.
Leave it to me.
Understood. Then we should, head out now. Just promise us you won't do anything reckless. You cannot face the captain straight on unless you have no other choice. You mean everything to us. Losing you would be the worst possible outcome.
I'll also try my best not to let things get to that point.
Thank you, everyone. You have my word. I'll proceed with caution.
Rainbow destined to burn. Destined to burn. The only thing is it's like I feel like we have to leave all possibilities open for, all the plans. Because yes, reconstructing the ley lines with the Gnosis or a source mechanism is pretty bad, but like it's a backup plan. We don't need to also destroy his backup plan even if he's using it as his first. Because Mauvika's is really risky because it's hinging on 2 other people to finally show up and they haven't yet. It's really risky to wait like a really long time for however long that might take when we don't have much time. I mean, ultimately, it's not like the Travelers really can do anything to the situation. He's just going along with things. So, not like we can honestly do much, but... While the Captain's rushing into things, it's not like Notland has much more time. You kind of have to. If the Archon is using an extremely risky plan that could jeopardize, besides Notland, other nations and all of its people, yeah, I would see why the Captain is doing what he's doing right now. Is it pretty brutal? Yeah. But is it like the most way to get any progress? Yeah. At least in its current moment, unless the other 2 heroes then show up. Which I think we're just missing Nightwind and I don't think Collection of Plenty. The Nightwind and one other. Which I'm gonna think Nightwind is either gonna be Sitlali or Ororon, because that'd make the most sense and it is the only 2 we've actually seen from that tribe. I'm not sure who else we're missing though. Mostly just because I don't remember. I think Chaska's already in it.
Alright, this is the place. Their tunnel must be behind that gathering of Fatui guards.
Any of the nearby mountains could be a good infiltration point, but if we want to stay under the radar, we should approach from the side.
As agreed. Ahau and I will handle things at the front.
There are only a few Fatui stationed around the perimeter. We should take care of them first so they can't alert anyone.
So let me grab that. Okay, no damage, we're fine. Wait, why do we have to defeat the Fatui all the way over there? Okay. Guess we're really going for a side approach. We have to go up and around? It's like a really long way just to go do this. Oh shoot, yeah, this thing's only promise it does that. Bro, no, get back up!
You're not going anywhere. Frozen descent. Chill to the bone.
Illusion shattered.
I think I forgot to fully heal D-Luke when I was doing some off-stream grinding for artifacts.
Dodge, break forth.
My D-Luke could definitely use a bit of a better build.
Shine down. Good grief. Beg for mercy. Shudder.
All right,
There we go.
That's done. Let's head to the foot of the mountain.
Oh, and sounds like she's really
What
done.
do you think, Shilonen? Is this a good spot?
I haven't actually looked at how Skirk is in terms of like, I know she's cryo, but I don't know much else about her. So I might look into it, but that really depends on if I have a team that can actually like use her. She looks really well designed. At first when I saw her, I really thought she was like a Honkai character in Fontaine, but just because her design was very unlike anything else, but you know, if yeah, I need to watch her trailers at some point. Maybe tomorrow when the update's going up because I won't be able to play anyways. Yeah, she does look really cool, and I've seen a lot of appreciation for her design online, like that she looks so unique. So I'll probably look into her. I don't know if I'll be able to use her, but she looks really cool. I actually don't even know, I don't remember what her voice is either. So that'll be interesting to hear again.
Yeah, looks good. We'll take it from here.
I can see the inside.
Oh, so we actually dug a different tunnel.
Perfect. We'll keep going. The rest of you should head back. Things are about to get dangerous.
All right. Please, take care.
I wonder who we're actually gonna get the trial use. Oh, the enemies aren't really gonna matter. I think we might be able to trial use Jalon in here. I'm trying to say her name right because it doesn't exactly look like how it's spelled to me,
all
but
their forces in one place. There's sure to be
nobody.
guards on the inside, so stay sharp.
Oh, nice job smashing those rocks, Mauvika. You look super cool.
Ah, that was some expert level rock clearing. Even by my tribe standards.
she sounds sarcastic all the time. It's so funny.
That must be the Fatui tunnel over there. We should steer clear and approach from the side.
Damn, how long have they had this tunnel? It's like ancient ruins, and I doubt they built this, but this is like some really ancient ruins. Oh, and it's another cryo and animo one. That's fine.
Now you shall
Oh wait, is that?
illusion shattered.
Okay, it is cryo.
Swords.
I need to heal Zula real quick, but I don't want the animo guy getting in his shield.
Shine down. Billowing surge.
Okay, we'll have to go the rough way of doing this. Yeah, her hydro damage is doing crap against him. Actually, no, it took him down. It was enough. I still need to continue building my whack Kokomi too. I haven't done that in a while. Is that all? Up here that it wants us to go to. Can he climb ladders? He can't climb too well. There we go. That's one way to get there. Almost the same kit of guys again.
Well met. Crisp. Flash frost. Don't be a killjoy. We're not going anywhere.
Rebuild.
Freshness.
Flood of frost. Beg for mercy. There is no escape.
Flames. Purge.
I might need to heal Eula with food. She's getting crazy low really fast.
No problem.
Well, my Diluc hit a little bit harder, or if I had my Raiden actually more leveled.
Let's move out.
There we go.
Run from death.
And another chest. I have two people I need to heal real quick. There we go. Kokomi's the only, like, technical healer I have on this team, but she's not built for it. But she does enough that it's okay.
This spell is from the Masters of the Nightwind. It's Ororon's doing. They're probably trying to buy time.
She can undo it. I end up popping some of the food I've made from trying to get all the proficiencies. Most of this food is just trying to get the proficient in the recipes, so I have a lot
These
of
wheels
it.
are relics from ancient times. We should try to restore them.
These mechanisms probably control that wheel, right? Let's give them a try.
Oh wait, we actually have to like time it like a puzzle. Is that the correct time? Oh, that's hard. A little tricky. Supposed to be. That right? Okay, no, that is. Now I think we just need the outer circle. Is there any way to get over there? Doesn't look like it. So I'm gonna guess we can ignore that. Let's find where it was. So I gotta wait for it to go all the way back. How do I get over here, though? These guys don't jump too well. I should have just flown out of that guy. Can I just go over the side here? Yeah, I can. Did that reset my progress? Not really, no.
Trust and rebuild.
What in the hell is this guy? I have not seen one of these yet.
Illusion shattered.
I guess a new variation of the room guard type stuff.
Shudder.
He has a whole, I think he has like a Night Soul resistance thing or whatever, but I don't really have any Notlink characters.
More speed.
Hold the line.
So this guy's gonna constantly have that shield up.
Crush.
So I literally have to brute force this enemy because I can't get his shield down.
Shudder.
You're locked to, you need a Notlink character or you can't do much. You have to just try and get it down as much as you can on your own. Right. I think it was almost in the right place initially, but was like slightly shifted enough. That enough? Looks off. But I guess maybe the outside's not. It's too shifted. You hint. Oh, whoa, this is like upside down. Okay, I need to go back to the beginning one then. Oops, I did not know that. Why they give the hint at the second one though, unless this one has the view hint too. Okay, didn't realize that. But okay, it's supposed to be more of a dragon head. Got it. What? Oh, the view hint's at the top. I'm bad. So we gotta wait for it to go around again and then we're good. There we go. Ah, okay. And it signifies it. Alright, we're good. This goes to the outer one. So I guess we have to do it in the weird order it puts them in, which, whatever. Can I? There we go. The terrain was being really weird. Right. Oh, it corrected it for me. Good. I was kind of worried about that. And And for the last part. Okay, that is correct. Oh, but the door's over there. Okay. I mean, I'll take it. I don't want to go up to that big thing. I gotta stop the captain or an Ororon, so I guess they're pretty close. Yeah, there they are.
This must be it.
There they are.
Oh, the captain's here too. Perfect. Looks like they focused their defenses over there.
Oh, they're here.
Huh. I thought the Pyro Archon would choose a frontal assault.
It doesn't matter. They're too late anyway.
Stop!
It's too late.
We need to turn it off!
There's still time.
I won't let you do this!
Yeah, messing with the ley lines messes
The
with
sound
everybody's
of-
head.
Lament?
What was that sound? It was like a piercing cry.
Now's our chance to turn off the device.
So close. We need to approach from the side and lure the captain away. Oh, what's going on with him?
Ororon? How did he just...
It's crazy.
His movements have gotten a lot faster. Was Ororon always this good in battle?
I mean, if... Jalonen...
This ends now!
Huh?
I wonder if it's like... Either because he has the half soul, he's being like possessed or something, or if maybe he actually was always that good. It's just because he lives on his own. He's typically away from people that like, yeah, you wouldn't see how much like he's gained in strength, you know? You wouldn't know.
Something's wrong.
The captain helps Jalonen? Why? I hope I'm saying her name right. I think I'm close. Oh, he's shaking bad.
You are not Ororon. Who are you?
What?
Commander.
You. So, you still recognize me, Commander? I'm glad. Although, I believe you have some more pressing concerns at the moment.
Now.
We did it!
Yeah, you can turn it on, but I'm sure you can turn it back on again.
You see? You indulge your sense of honor for just a moment, and now you've lost your chance. Even now, you're still the same as ever.
His voice is completely different. Is someone inhabiting Ororon's body?
Stop worrying about other people's survival, about their losses and sacrifices. You just need to win. That must be why I've returned. For this moment. Please finish what you set out to do, Commander.
His voice
I
that
didn't
is.
expect to see you here, but I have to disagree. Abandoning one's comrades is not the way of a warrior.
Why do you care about a doomed man? I know you can see it. He's already close to death. After all, his soul has been incomplete from the start.
But he's so cool. You can't leave him be. He's too cool.
Oh, someone said I'm close to death. Is it because of that noise just now? The piercing cry came from underground when I activated the device. What's down there? Natlan's ley lines must be hiding some kind of secret. Am I dying? Oh, no. It's too soon.
Ah, Ororon, it's you. What'll it be today? Oh, why the long face? Don't tell me you still haven't let that go. I knew it was a bad idea to tell you.
Is this like the Chief Elder? And I really hope Ororon's not gonna die. We haven't seen him that much, and he's cool. Let him die. I know he's playable, but, you know. Still, don't let him die.
I heard everyone wanted me to be the savior.
Savior? Ha! Sounds nice, doesn't it? But, does such a person truly exist? Even if they do, why would you have to become that person?
Ororon, is that you? Oh, here, have a seat. Let Granny cut you some fruit. We just got a fresh batch. Can I get you anything else? Some grilled meatloaf, maybe? Ask for anything you want. We've got plenty of ingredients.
What about those spiced rub mushrooms you made me last time, Granny Kuimi?
Ah, you liked those, did you? An outlander taught me that recipe, actually. A merchant, to be exact. Never thought about going into business yourself, my boy? You could travel all over.
Our Ororon? A merchant? He's far too honest for that line of work.
Damn.
Well, at least an honest merchant like him wouldn't prey on old-timers like us.
Everyone said a true savior does not really exist, but then why did my birth open the door to the possibility? Why give people false hope? Maybe I don't need to sacrifice myself, but surely everyone is born for a purpose. So, what's mine? If I had succeeded back then, would the world have become a better place? What's the meaning of my existence?
Done spacing out, Ororon? Did you finish your homework?
Yes, Granny, it's just... Will learning all this really make me as strong as you?
Of course not.
Damn.
I'm a special case. Other shamans study their whole lives without reaching a fraction of my abilities.
But I mean, learning from the master probably gives you some kind of advantage.
Because you're a genius, right?
You could say that. Or maybe I've just been alive longer than the rest of them, and picked up a few tricks that they didn't want to touch. It's rude to bring up a woman's age. Never do that again, no matter the circumstances.
You brought it up!
I wasn't the one who brought it up.
Exactly.
Anyway, class is canceled tomorrow. Go have fun.
What about my homework then?
Do what you want. What use is it being as strong as me anyway? You've seen how the tribe treats me. They're all afraid. I try to go about my business, and they practically tremble in fear. Not the most fun way to go about living one's life, I'd say. Take it from me. The happiest people are the ones who do their own thing. So do what you want, Ororon. No matter what anyone else has to say.
Granny didn't say it outright, but I think she was trying to comfort me. Don't force yourself. Don't beat yourself up over the past. That's what she always says. But I never forced myself. I never even got the chance to try before it was all over.
Hey, you zoning out over here again? There's such a thing as overwatering the radishes, you know.
I was just looking at the aphids.
Something interesting about them today?
Man, the memories are glitching harder and harder.
I noticed some on the ground. Maybe it got too cold yesterday and they couldn't handle it.
Bummer. Guess that means less honey this year.
Aoife, do you think being a vet is fun?
Fun? I'm not sure about that. Do you think planting vegetables is fun?
Fun enough, I guess. I don't have anything else to do.
Exactly. Most people live like that. No special purpose or calling. That's just how the world works. Oh, jeez. That troublemaker's at it again. Ororon, my man, come inside and give me a hand, would you?
Why should I? I thought being a vet was no fun.
Well, I guess there is a fun part. Trying to outsmart these rascals. Come on, give me a hand.
Yeah, be as little assistant.
Maybe Aoife was just too nice to tell me the truth. That attempting something above your capabilities will kill you.
Well, I mean, you gotta discover your own purpose in life. Not everyone will have the same purpose.
My soul is unstable. I only survived because I had people to help keep me in one piece. A part of me has always been missing. That's why the other spirits said I was close to death, but...
Why struggle? It's a miracle you were even born. Just close your eyes and wait for death.
I'm not sure if we actually might have seen this name before. I feel like this has something to do with the Dainsleif quest. Maybe? Or like, one of the sinners, but I don't know if the Fatui have been around that long to deal with that. Because then, boy, would Captain be really old if that was true. I don't know, I just feel like I've seen this name before, but it could be similar to another name.
It was you, the thing that came out of nowhere.
Thing? I'm a warrior. Far stronger than a weakling like you.
I'm not weak. There's just a limit to what I can do.
And that's exactly why your fantasy is so ridiculous. You really think a useless thing like you can save the world?
Useless?
Savior? Ha! Sounds nice, doesn't it? But, does such a person truly exist? Even if they do, why would you have to become that person?
Exactly. Most people live like that. No special purpose or calling. That's just how the world works.
Take it from me. The happiest people are the ones who do their own thing. So do what you want, Ororon. No matter what anyone else has to say.
But I don't want things to end here.
I don't want to die.
Ororon? It's all right. We'll take things from here.
Every time they marched into battle, I had to stay behind.
Don't worry. With the Archon on our side, the Abyss doesn't stand a chance.
All the best warriors are fighting on the front lines. I want to do my part too.
Both of us are bound to disappear. But your end will come sooner than mine, because you've been broken from the start. Once your soul shatters into pieces and dissipates into the wind, I will take temporary control over this body. I will serve my commander until the end.
Oh, so he's gonna get straight up possessed.
No. No, this isn't right. My life can't end like this. I still haven't done anything important with my life. My end will not come first, and I'm not giving up. I can't die here, no! I won't die here!
Ororon! Ororon!
Get that old man out of your body!
That voice.
Control your mind. Feel the ground beneath your feet. This is not your end.
And he's back. Good, good, good. Really want him to stay alive.
His eyes are open! He's alive!
Well done. You managed to do the impossible.
Uh-huh. What do you mean?
Don't try to talk. Focus on holding yourself together.
Captain and Mauvika are almost like divorced parents. They both can be in the same setting, but if you left them alone, they'd fight to hell and back.
I can't believe the captain did that.
Maybe he thinks of Ororon as a comrade. He was helping to rein him in all this time.
That's the only reason I had the chance to turn off the device.
I'm fine now.
Damage to the soul is a tricky thing. The pain almost consumed you for a moment, but you managed to hold on to yourself. That's no easy feat.
The worst appears to be over.
I'm sorry for causing so much trouble.
We can talk about that later.
Our plan. It failed, didn't it? I'm sorry. We were so close.
You saved my life, and now the debt is repaid.
Ororon, I never thought you actually wanted to sacrifice yourself in that ceremony. But you never gave up. Have you come to a conclusion on what it is that you truly want?
I just want an answer. A reason why I exist and why everyone always did so much for me. No one is born a hero. And no one should be treated like one from birth. I had a chance to do something important back then, but I failed. All I want is to find some more ways to make up for that.
The answer you seek now lies before you.
Oh shoot! Well, 5 heroes we go. He's now got his own ancient name.
You are the inheritor of my name. The hero from the Masters of the Nightwind, who shall fight for this generation. Fascinating. You are not the person that the others thought you were. And yet, you're also not the kind of person that you thought you were. It can take a lifetime to truly discover who we really are.
That's true. Even in our lives.
Like you, I never thought I had what it took to be a hero. I was too cunning, too self-absorbed. But in the end, I sacrificed my life for this nation. Now, remember your name. Even if others will see a different meaning, it still symbolizes your nobility and yearning.
My ancient name. BD.
BD. Meaning devotion.
It means devotion.
Oh, okay.
You will give your all, not for the sake of a heroic death, but to do justice by the answer you found for your life. For that answer, you will offer all of your strength and be born anew. Through your devotion, you will prove your worth. Having foretold his own death, the omniscient man holds a feast in celebration. Let us raise our cups in honor of his heroism and send him off with this final tribute. For at last, his wish is now fulfilled.
It's nice to see you again, Sunhudge. With your recognition, we now have the 5th hero of this era.
Ooh, and all his tattoos and markings glow.
I am happy to see your plan advance one step further. It seems that my cry did not cause irreversible damage.
What is that voice?
Just as I thought. The Lord of the Night has awakened.
Is that a good or bad thing?
The Lord of the Night? As in the one who rules over the Night Kingdom?
I preside over a realm of souls. Due to my limited power, sleep is the only way I can extend my existence. When you activated the device, I awoke and could not hold back my cry. It is a sound that agitates souls. Most of you are unaffected because your souls are intact. But with a damaged soul, the effect on your friend was heightened, and his soul almost shattered as a result. And yet, his His soul remains in one piece. He managed to overcome this obstacle through sheer strength of will. A truly impressive feat for a human.
So, was that what caused all his strange behavior earlier?
No. An additional soul was affected. It tried to take refuge in the missing part of your friend's soul, but was ultimately expelled. However, this soul does not hail from Natlan or the Night Kingdom. Its origins remain a mystery to me.
Activating the source mechanism was supposed to reconstruct the ley lines. Why did it awaken you instead?
I guess it maybe just wasn't complete, or you kind of have to maybe go through the Night Kingdom to mess with the ley lines, since souls and ley lines are pretty interconnected.
Because I was the one who originally constructed Natlan's ley lines, otherwise known as the Night Kingdom.
The ancient battle between the Descender and the dragons destroyed the corner of the world, allowing the Abyss to invade. Natlan's ley lines took the worst of the damage. To aid the people of Natlan, the Lord of the Night used the fragments of the old ley lines to reconstruct a similar network. That's how the Night Kingdom was born. The first Pyro Archon, Xbalanque, strengthened that realm and established the rules that aid our fight against the Abyss. The Ode of Resurrection and the Pilgrimage, both of which are practices that survive to this day.
Oh, right! You said before it all came from the power of the heavens.
The ancient dragons tried to use this device to strengthen the ley lines by imbuing them with power. Back then, this method was rather ineffective. They lacked the skills to navigate the intricate structure of the ley lines. And now, the structure of the ley lines has also completely changed. I am the only possible vehicle for the power generated by the device.
That means that, like, they'd have to go through her to even have done anything to the ley line.
It was an incredibly crude and painful method, but I managed to absorb some of that power. Now, I can speak to you like this and provide you with aid, such as rebuilding the ley lines once more, at the cost of my own existence.
But why would you make that kind of sacrifice?
The people of Natlan worship me and call me their lord. In the ancient past, before we died out, we were also known by a different name. Angels. But adventurers like you are probably more familiar with our devolved form. Seelies.
The Seelies are angels. Which is kind of cool that there is, you know, angels in this world. It also kind of gives more explanation to the Seelies, which are around pretty much every nation, so.
No wonder there are Seelies around here. A Seelie also helped us in the Night Kingdom.
Few angels remain in Natlan, so the same is true of Seelies. Everyone rallied around me and offered their power to humanity to reconstruct the ley lines. Now, I have witnessed your determined pursuit for survival, and I have become your faith. I am very pleased. Mauvika, inheritor of Xbalanque's will, and leader of Natlan. Despite all the obstacles and misunderstandings, I have awoken. And the efforts of this harbinger and the young hero have imbued me with power. Say the word, and I will once again work to fulfill my mandate. Just as I did thousands of years ago. You need only nod your head. For the sake of your people and your nation, for the sake of overcoming the invasion from the Abyss, give me your orders.
I will not.
Oh.
After reconstructing new ley lines, you will cease to exist. The rules of Natlan are founded in the Night Kingdom. If you disappear, so do they. Not to mention, all the memories and legends recorded within the old ley lines will disappear along with you. The people of Natlan will face memory loss, mental disorders, and cognitive issues. Just like the consequences of using the Gnosis, that is a price I refuse to accept.
Humanity's survival is worth any price. Once the Abyss runs rampant, all that remains will be a land of corpses and ruin.
And when the new ley lines are invaded again by the Abyss? What then? How are future generations supposed to survive?
I guess if it is a consistent thing of the Abyss going after Notland, like, you have to think of what would be a more permanent solution, though I don't honestly know if Mauvika's idea is really a permanent solution.
A land without the Lord of the Night, without the protection of the rules, is doomed from the start.
You presume too much. If you cannot ensure survival in the present, you have no right to think about the future. What will it take for you to realize that? How many hundreds or thousands will have to die?
The situation hasn't gotten that dire yet, has it?
I mean, especially if they apparently made a promise and she hasn't kept it, it's had to have been like a while. And I mean, shoot, it isn't unreasonable to think that that many people have died over years and years of just fighting the war and doing the pilgrimage, and you only come back if you achieve victory. If you don't, that means at least a good 5 to 6 people die every time, and who knows how often that pilgrimage pick gets done. If it's like once a month, that's a lot of people a year if you do not achieve victory.
Why? Because I am a survivor of Conria. I've witnessed the devastation and terror of the Abyss with my own eyes.
Oh, he's a Conrian like us. Well, no, we're not from Conria, but we know people from Conria.
Conria?
I know what his eyes look like, though. Curious.
That's right. My family, my comrades, my homeland, were all lost to the Abyss. It is an unforgettable pain. One that no amount of time could ever dull. Not even 500 years. You've experienced something similar, Mauvika. You should know exactly what I mean.
So they're both, well, Archons are usually pretty old. Captain's pretty old too if he's from Conria. Everybody's old.
You're right. The pain, the regret, the catastrophe. They all haunt my dreams to this day.
If I could go back, I would reject all false hope. I would do whatever it took to ensure their survival. You have that chance before you now. Why do you refuse to take it?
Because we don't have the right to make that decision. We love this world because it contains everything we hold dear. Everything that has happened here has moved us, shaped us, and turned us into who we are today. Giving up our memories and history would mean rewriting everything. The people of this world would then become fundamentally different beings, their physical bodies the only connection to their former selves.
Even so, given enough time, a new civilization would inevitably flourish. If you believe in humanity, you should trust in their ability to create a new future.
Or, history could repeat itself. The Abyss could invade once more, and it would all be for nothing.
Can I say something? I once carried the hopes of many people, and I was also desperate to save our nation. In the Captain's plan, I saw a chance to ensure our survival. But as I was on the brink of death, my wish for life and purpose was rekindled. I've been very fortunate to be well cared for by all the people in my life. I refuse to forget that. My feelings were so strong, they overrode my compulsion to sacrifice myself for their safety. No matter what path lies before us, we still have a destination. If we lose our way now, we will lose the meaning of our existence.
That's right. Natlan's heroes gave their lives so we could have this chance against the Abyss. Their sacrifices are our blessings. Not only are their deeds and spirits exceptionally meaningful, they may also well be our path to victory. I don't want to give up just yet.
Just we still gotta win that one last hero, though we're getting a lot of heroes back to back, but we're still waiting on one, and at that, have to keep doing heroes every like 500 years or so. that still is not a permanent solution. It's a better solution, but not a permanent one.
Yeah, we're just one hero short.
The power from the device will allow me to remain awake for some time. I stand at the ready should you change your mind. Even if you fail, you need only send someone my way. My offer still stands. Humanity is truly remarkable. Even the gods in the heavens hold you to be special. Even now, you stand before me, dazzling, like the sun.
You must have a profound connection to this land since you're so determined to save it. But what are you really trying to protect? The land or its people?
Pretty sure he wants to hear what you have to say, Traveler.
Can't say I want to win because it's not like... Is there really a true win in this kind of situation? So I would just say, what about you?
Fine.
Because even if, like, we might have landed on Conria a bit, or... I forget exactly, because Traveler's, like, outside of Teyvat. He's not from this world. Straight up. Not even from Conria. So, we have even less of a place to say much here, so... The Captain and Mauvika have much more say, especially with experience with the Abyss. Dragging us into it does not really help. We can be a middleman, but nothing more.
I suppose we can wait. Now that Ororon has inherited the memories of his forebear, there's only one hero left. Your plan does have the potential to generate the best outcome. In the meantime, you shall have the aid of all the Fatui under my command.
Thank you. Having such a powerful harbinger on my side is a big advantage. I know we may never completely see eye to eye on what it means to protect life, but for now, I'm willing to fight by your side.
Fist bump. Yeah.
All right, we should let everyone else know about the plan. They're probably still at each other's throats outside.
That's true. Kind of let them know that for now, there's a truce. Temporary truce.
Good idea. We need to explain the situation.
I have a few more questions for the Lord of the Night.
Oh, guess we'll stick around then.
I'll update everyone outside. Let's meet back up at the stadium.
We're always going back to the stadium. Though I guess, like, I mean, there's not much in the way of cities here. Right. What do we got?
You come to me with many questions, and you should be rewarded for your bravery. Ask, and you shall have the knowledge you seek.
About the power of the heavens.
They do not like being mentioned by name by any living being, be it an ordinary human or one of the seven. They prefer to remain in the shadows as shades. The one you wish to know about? I call her the Ruler of Death. She helped Natlan establish the rules. It was also under her guidance that I created the Night Kingdom. It was an expression of love, as well as an act of reparation. She was seen as having significantly overstepped her authorities as a shade, which quite displeased the almighty... heavenly principles. She succumbed to self-pity as a result, and no longer cared if others discussed her identity. Even so, her existence remains unknown to all but a select few.
Self-pity?
Please don't tell anyone I used that word. I'm just trying to speak plainly to conserve energy. You come to me with many questions, and you should be rewarded for your bravery.
I wish
Ask,
I remembered
and you shall have the
some more of
knowledge
the
you seek.
Dane stuff quests, because, like, Power of the Heavens definitely had to be mentioned there, and I can't fully remember, like, why we would care about that as much, especially if it's not... Like, there's something about the Power of the Heavens different from the Heavenly Principles, unless she's talking like, oh, this girl, she's part of the Heavenly Principles, but she, like, stepped too much out of line that they're like, we don't like you. Luma Fate, though, I know is Dane stuff, and I slightly remember it. About the Luma Fate.
I'm not familiar with that concept. The device is capable of weaving and creating ley lines plans, you say? Even I cannot create something from nothing. I can only reconstruct the ley lines by reassembling the yet intact components into a new structure. If that power were available to the people of Natlan, they might have a new option against the Abyss.
Yeah, we were talking about that, but I don't have much way to get to that.
You come to me with many questions. Phlogiston is Teyvat's primordial form of energy. The heavenly principles used phlogiston as a basis for the creation of elemental energy, to develop a power to better counter the Abyss. Have you heard of the concepts of the light realm and the human realm? That explanation might take too long.
I think we might have briefly heard about that.
Light refracts into 7 different colors, which we collectively refer to as a rainbow. Elemental energy is a similar concept. It's essentially the modern counterpart of phlogiston.
I guess it's a more like refined thing of phlogiston.
You come to me with many questions.
About my ancient name.
You should...
Trying to skip her dialogue.
Yes. The artisan from the Children of Echoes has yet to mention the matter to me. Probably because the young girl from the Masters of the Nightwind is absent. No matter. I'll reach out in a dream and tell them what needs to be done.
Young girl?
What? Did I say something wrong?
Paimon, you gotta think, like, the Lord of the Night is gonna be way older than Satali. If anything, Satali's probably like... With anything, if she's as old as she says, I think a little bit over 100? Or between like 50 to 100, but she looks incredibly young, so...
You come to me with many questions.
I have no more questions. Sorry, her dialogue was getting a little bit annoying. Right, we gotta depart.
More speed.
Wasn't any chest, right? Okay, no. I'm gonna go see what's happening outside. I wonder if that means some Fatui in Notland will now not harm us. We go back to the speaker chamber. Go there so often. More than the inn. Like, this is our new place to rest up. Who needs anything else?
In that case, allow me to formally welcome the Fatui to our cause. We now face a common enemy. It's time to put our differences behind us and look to the future. As for Ororon, his actions may have been out of line, but I don't intend to punish him right now. I'd rather give him a chance to prove himself.
A magnanimous decision.
We're back! Whoa. Seeing the two of you chatting like this, Paimon almost feels like she's dreaming.
There's strength in numbers. I feel better about our chances.
This may be an unexpected outcome, but a favorable one nonetheless. Now that we're all here, I have some questions of my own. Tell me, how did you discover the source mechanism?
We weren't getting any closer to obtaining the Gnosis, so I had my men scour Natlan for a different option. Ororon helped as well. We tracked down 3 scholars, Aberawa, Bosomtwe, and Kushtal, and combined the results of their research to locate this ancient device.
I've never heard those names before. Seems like my own investigation failed to locate some critical personnel. I'm just not sure how I missed them.
Strange. Perhaps they simply live in seclusion. In any case, their results speak for themselves.
That's true. Now we have another option at our disposal. Compared to using the Gnosis, our current plan will buy us some time. And if all else fails, we still have this plan as a last resort. Even though executing it will come at a heavy cost.
But that means making everyone forget their past! We should definitely try to avoid it if we can.
Paimon, that's why it's called a backup.
Oh, actually, speaking of the Gnosis, How did you know what it could do?
That story begins with the Cataclysm 500 years ago.
More
I
Conria
failed
story.
to save Conria from the rampage of the Abyss. When the situation became unsalvageable, I fled to Natlan with the remainder of my platoon, only to find that Natlan had fallen victim to the same tragedy. I defended this land for quite some time, and, in the process, met the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, Aizu. I'm sure many people viewed Conria as the cause of the tragedy, but Aizu was kind to me all the same, and even helped me in my time of need. From that moment, I made it my mission to aid Natlan. In battle, a warrior fights to win. Even though my homeland was lost, I was already committed to this fight. Together, Aizu and I fought many battles and overcame countless hardships. However, he was unable to escape his fate, and, in his final moments, told me the secret of the Gnosis.
So it was him. He recommended using the Gnosis on several occasions, even before the tragedy. But I turned him down each time. You knew him, and you fought for Natlan all those years ago. Why don't I recognize you? It must be the mask.
Even without the mask, my past appearance is long gone. Even with the curse of immortality, the flesh still rots.
Oh, so he must like look. Probably why he wears such heavy clothing even in such a hot area is just because, like, he probably looks like a decaying bag or something like Michael Afton, where he's just a bunch of like purple or kind of like red flesh and muscle exposed and just like stuff really out of a horror film. And again, it's not really up for horror, so.
Wait, do you know someone named Dainsleif? That problem doesn't seem quite so extreme for him.
You've met him already?
Yeah, a bunch of times. Sounds like you know him too.
During the age of Conria, all I knew was his name. The last time I saw him in person, he was traveling with the princess. He carries a degree of pain and hatred that far surpasses my own.
Back then, you said you didn't want to fight me. Was it really because of my sibling? Which, back to Dainsleif, I mean, he has, like, kind of that abyssal-looking mask on him, and same with, like, his arms. I wonder if, like, the little I've heard of Skirk, where she uses abyssal power to recreate her limbs and stuff, I wonder if Dainsleif is kind of the same. But for some reason, Captain either chooses not to, or just does not have that ability. Maybe because he hasn't lost any limbs? Or... it couldn't be an element user thing, because now we have Skirk playable, and she has to have a vision, at least for now. I don't know, I'm very curious to, like, why he doesn't also use similar abilities, but I guess he has his own reasoning if it's a sacrificial thing.
Yes, you're the brother of the princess. Given the role I held in Conria, I would prefer not to harm you. Although, this is likely a self-imposed burden. If the princess saw me now, I doubt she would even recognize me. As for your question, I don't know how Dane managed to slow the deterioration of his body. My appearance is much changed, and that's not the only thing. Even my physical strength is a shadow of what it once was.
And he has the power to fight an Archon. Skirk doesn't have a vision? Oh, I thought she was Cryo. I mean, I guess that's more reason to watch her trailers. Maybe we can do that at the end of stream, like before I leave and move on, which is, you know, gonna be in a bit, like some hours or two. But okay, I thought she had a vision, so that'll be interesting to see for her trailers. Yeah, I'll have to see that. Now I'm even more curious about her, because I really thought she was advertised to be Cryo. She's said to be Cryo because her powers look like Cryo. Oh, okay. That'll be interesting. Yeah, we can probably watch those trailers at the end. of stream, because that'll be neat to see.
I would have never known. During our battle, it felt like I was fighting against the pinnacle of human strength.
And I still lost. I deserve no praise for that outcome. Still, it's a shame we never faced off 500 years ago. You could have seen what I was truly capable of.
I agree. Had we fought then, I'd also have been more motivated to go all out.
So, all that commotion back at the stadium, and you're saying neither of you were using your full strength?
That's crazy. I mean, it's not like we see Archons fight all the time, but like, if those two have about the same-ish power level, that's nuts that it's like, yeah, neither of them were still using their full strength. So, you know, that's not even the fullest extent they could have gone. They probably could have blown up the frickin' stadium if they wanted to.
I'd say we're evenly matched. If we face off again, victory will come down to who wants it more.
I imagine you held back since there were spectators around that could have gotten hurt. But capitalizing on that situation would have only led to a hollow victory. It would have been no different than taking hostages. My goal was the Gnosis, and I failed to obtain it. That means I lost. Plain and simple.
Speaking of the Gnosis, what are you going to tell the Tsaritsa?
Her Majesty the Tsaritsa allows every harbinger the freedom to pursue the meaning of their existence. When the time comes, that freedom can take precedence over her orders.
Huh. I honestly thought she was more strict, but I guess it's kind of an organization, and it's kind of like, go out, do whatever you want with this power. I will give you orders, but if you don't want to follow them, it's not like she's gonna, I guess, come out of Snezhnaya to come and punish them.
That's why our methods can be so radically different, despite sharing the same goal and the same sovereign. I needed the Gnosis because I came here to save Natlan. That was my primary motive. Once Natlan is saved, if the Gnosis still remained in my possession, I could bring it back to Snezhnaya.
My decision regarding the Gnosis will not change. So let's focus on the Abyss for now.
Right! What happens when all 6 heroes are together?
It will probably unleash some kind of power. The heavens were mentioned earlier. Anything to do with that?
We will unleash a great power that can be used to thwart the Abyss. But only once. It's a power that Xbalanque gained from Renova. Renova is a god whose existence predates any Archon. You can think of her like an emissary of the heavenly principles. She controls the power of death.
Wait, is that why you have the Ode of Resurrection?
Yes. Renova also orchestrated Natlan's rules. As for the Divine Throne, like I said before, when a human ascends to the Divine Throne, their inner flame will awaken. The size of the flame depends on the person's potential. The same principle applies to the ruler of Death's power, with one notable distinction. The amount of power inherited will not change depending on your ability to tolerate it. In other words, it's a kind of power that not everyone can withstand.
I mean, you definitely have to be a special type of person to handle a Archon's power.
But if you survive the trial, you will gain unprecedented strength, and the ability to harness powers more formidable than any Archon.
That still sounds really risky.
We cannot walk this path without accepting risk. Mualani charged into the Night Kingdom despite the abyssal contamination. Ororon fought back from the brink of death. In the face of their bravery, I must respond in kind. That is my duty.
Spoken like a true leader.
All right, that's enough for one day. You should head back and get some rest. I'm sure you're exhausted. The Abyss will likely sense the change in Ororon. It's possible the frequency of the attacks will increase. There are many challenges to come, so we need to be prepared.
When you put it that way, Paimon feels even more exhausted.
Yeah, we got a lot ahead of us.
Alright, let's head back.
I guess we take a little rest. We did get, you know, quite a bit done in terms of now these two are actually talking. And we have a temporary truce, even if that might, we'll see how long that stays. But we just need one more hero to show up. And I forget what clan that actually might be. What tribe.
That hurts.
Stay still. Your wound needs time to heal. You need to rest for a few more days.
The monsters keep increasing in number. It's like something changed.
It's definitely unusual, and we should all be careful. But don't worry too much. You have us by your side. If there's one thing the Abyss fears, it's strength. If they think we're easy prey, they've got another thing coming. Oh, someone's calling us.
Coming! Coming! Something wrong, Traveler?
They already got their hands full and Ororon just came back. Like, that was a pretty fast response from the Abyss. The feeling of dread is getting stronger. Do we really have time to wait for the final hero to appear? Yeah, I mean, we might have to deal with just the 6 because, I mean, normally they only have 6 anyways. So, it wouldn't be too unusual for them to still just have 6. It's just if they have 7, more numbers the better. But I wonder if we do get that final hero and who it is. Sure, we do at some point. I just can't think of who we actually are technically missing. Wait, is it one? In. I'm gonna go the slightly easier way. Just because I kind of know where I'm going a little bit better here. It's odd how there's like 3 ways. Oh wait, we have to check on everybody. That seems what it'd be.
Hanich, you made it back in one piece!
Oh, these must be friends of yours. Well, head out then. See you later.
It was a piece of cake. Those invasive pests are lucky someone called a truce, or we would have burned them all to ashes.
I appreciate the concern, Paimon. Despite Ahao's description, the situation wasn't quite so smooth. The captain's forces are all elite warriors. It was a tough fight. We were prepared to retreat at any moment. And now the Pyro Archon and the captain are working together. Not the outcome I was expecting.
Yeah, a lot happened while we were in the ruin. We'll tell you about it some other time.
Oh, I see your message got redacted, Faith. Let me make sure that didn't just like... I don't know if that's a YouTube thing or gonna be a stream element, so it didn't say anything. Again, I think that's YouTube. Let me just double check. I didn't even see what it was either, so... I feel like stream elements would say something, but it's not always on top of its game. Let me just double check that, make sure something didn't get messed up. Mostly I just want to make sure you didn't get banned for some reason. Oh, send something you didn't mean to. Okay. So I was like, I get if it's like a link or something, like the chatbot's gonna do it. I just want to make sure it didn't ban you. I think I had the bot, like, something went off before, like, months ago, and it accidentally timed out somebody. So I had to turn a rule off because it wasn't detecting it right. So okay, yeah, just making sure Stream Elements isn't screwing me over here.
Well, at least the Pyro Archon's plan advanced a step further. This is the best outcome we could have hoped for. We really appreciate all your help, but we have to keep pushing forward. Cebu and I were just about to head out, actually. My tribe is calling for messengers.
We won't keep you then. Let's talk later. Ha! Little Kanich thinks he can just leave without consulting the almighty Dragon Lord. Kahula how! Hey! Wait up!
I guess we have to just check on everybody else. What's the easiest way to get into there? Maybe from here? Gotta go down and... here, maybe? I know there's a way in... somewhere in the stadium. This door! Let's try this. This should be close enough.
Nope. We can't give any of these to our soldiers. They were not tempered correctly at the forge. Well-made weapons and shields are vital for the survival of our people. I know we're under a lot of pressure, but we can't compromise on quality. Listen, I'm not blaming you. I know this isn't your usual standard of work. Why don't you all just take a break and I'll take care of the pieces.
Hey, Shilonen? Is something wrong?
Nothing I can handle. Just, some rushed defective goods, that's all. Even the most skilled craftsmen make mistakes under pressure, and if you two want to avoid the same fate, you should really get some rest.
We will. We're just finishing checking up on everybody, making sure everybody's fine before the next day.
You must be exhausted too.
Don't worry. I like it that way.
Aw, why? It's not like there's caffeine in Tevat, I think. I actually could be wrong on that. Best way to go about this path. Oh, I gotta go up. Yeah. I mean, maybe there is caffeine in Tevat and I just don't know it. Or like I just don't remember, but I feel like being exhausted is not exactly gonna help you, especially with defective goods that you have to fix. I don't know, she might be playing it off. Alright, I guess we finally get to sleep. Checked in on most everybody who's here. I know there's a few players missing, like Chaska and... Can't remember her name. It starts with an I. She's Electro. But she's missing from the flock too. And Tatali and Ororon are busy helping their tribe, so they can't exactly be here yet. Alright, let's get into the next day and hopefully into some more action. Maybe the new hero will show up the next day.
Ororon.
Uh-oh. Well, he's in trouble.
Granny? What's wrong, Granny? It looks like you have something to say.
You know exactly what you did. You need some sense knocked into you, that's what I think. Now, where do I even begin?
I'm sorry.
Now that you have nowhere to run, that's when you apologize? You couldn't wait to run off last time, and the time before that.
Pretty sure I apologized those times too.
He did, but it was, you know, half-heartedly, because then he's running away. But I get it. Her anger is something to fear.
What exactly were you thinking? Being a wanted criminal is one thing, but then you also tried to pull off that whole thing in the ancient ruin. I'm not the one who needs an apology. Apologize to yourself for risking your life.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't have anything to say for myself, Granny. Yell at me all you want. I know I messed up.
You better be sincere. This is an incredibly serious matter.
I'm being sincere, I promise. I've seriously reflected on my actions. I know what I did was risky, and I know I made some bad choices. But I don't regret it. I just had to do something. Not because I thought I was special, but because I wanted to help Natlan as much as I can. Of course, in the end, I just ended up causing more trouble, so you're right. My apology doesn't mean much, but I don't know what else I can say. You even had Aoife bring me that gem. A simple thank you isn't enough, but still. Thank you, Granny.
Welcome in, Brandon. The grind's going pretty good. We got quite a bit done in terms of just getting people to finally talk to each other and finding the 5th hero that we need out of 6. So we're still waiting for that 6th one, but I bet we're almost there. As long as we can make good progress before the 5.7 update, we won't be too much behind.
You're welcome. Just make sure to thank Aoife sometime.
I will.
Anyway, don't feel too grateful. I tampered with the bag to copy a portion of your memories.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Of course you didn't. You forget how many years I have on you. Like you could uncover one of my tricks. Ugh, anyway, I have something else to tell you. The Pyro Archon has discussed your case with the others. Many of your actions violated the rules of Natlan, and you should understand you'll have to take responsibility for that.
I understand.
But your efforts weren't entirely meaningless in the end. In addition to giving us another failsafe, you saved yourself with sheer force of will and managed to become a hero. Huh. Not too shabby, grandson.
Did the Traveler and Paimon tell you to say that?
What? No! I said that because I mean it!
Sure.
I can't believe you're complimenting me at a time like this. You normally let your fists do the talking.
You're not off the hook just yet. I told the Traveler I was going to break your legs, and I meant every part of it.
But he can't be a hero if you break his legs. When are they going to add the Paimon's new VA? They're going to do that in 5.7, and I believe that means anything of the past isn't going to change. They're not going to re-record all that because Paimon's too much in the game. I don't think they're going to do that at all. However, any 5.7 Paimon, which story quests usually stop around 5.5, 5.6 at the latest, I think. So really, we'll probably experience it much more heavily with the Dainsleif quest, which I actually do think is 5.7, and then anything in the 6 point whatever updates. And some events.
Could you not? I still need them to walk.
Trying to negotiate, are you? Alright, make me an offer.
Given all the good things that I managed to accomplish, can you let me off the hook this one time? I promise to do better in the future.
I mean, he has to be a hero, so he literally has to do better.
Fine. I can let this slide for now. But I'll be watching. We'll see if I change my mind. Oh, a Traveler, Paimon. Didn't expect to see you here.
Hello!
Talking things out with your grandson?
Yes. Looking after these little rascals is rather exhausting.
Taking care of the Traveler isn't easy either. Paimon's life is an uphill battle.
Aw.
Traveler, Paimon, I want to thank you for your help back at the ruin.
It was nothing. Just don't do anything like that ever again.
I won't.
Let's get together sometime. If Ororon really wants to thank you, he can treat us all to a tasty meal.
I see what you're doing. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Sounds great! We'll be there!
Where would he even get money, though? Kind of just lives out. Well, no, he sells the vegetables, I think. So, actually, no, he has a way of getting money. Wait, do we only now rest? Okay.
If you're done for the day, we should get some rest. Paimon has a feeling we'll need it for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'm sure tomorrow's action-packed. Yep, let's rest. That night.
You ready?
Yep. Let's go meet the Lord of the Night.
Yeah, they still gotta get us our ancient name.
So, this is where you heard the Lord of the Night? Guess that means she really has awakened. Hopefully we made it before she falls asleep again.
Fret not. I'm still here. For a weak life form, falling asleep is no less taxing an exercise than staying awake.
I'm sorry for disturbing your rest, but there's something we didn't have the chance to ask you earlier. We need to forge a new ancient name for the Traveler. But we ran into a problem. He's not from Natlan, so there are no records of him in the Night Kingdom.
I see. Mauvika must hold him in high regard.
Yeah.
It would seem the two of you are not simply here on her orders. So, what say you? Do you believe this traveler to be deserving?
Mm-hmm.
I hope so. Oh.
Speak your mind. There are no others here. You are both my children, both children of Natlan. I would hear your opinions on the matter.
He is special. He saved Kachina and devoted himself to helping us avert this disaster. Natlan owes him a debt. But that debt has not been repaid, and with an ancient name, we can at least guarantee his safety.
Even though that guarantee will come at the cost of your own life?
Yes.
So, it's true. Forging an ancient name consumes the life of the craftsman.
Forging an ancient name is an act of creation. It involves taking disparate concepts throughout the Night Kingdom and condensing them into a heroic epic.
Wait, so does this mean one of them's gonna die? Like, permanent? Because I think both of them, or at least Shalonen, has an ancient name. She could come back, but then I feel like it gave less power to the Traveler's ancient name? Or is it like you're possibly risking your life because of the way of forging an ancient name is extremely difficult? They'll probably explain it.
But it takes time for the new concept to be integrated into that realm. If the ancient name is like a seed, then the life of the craftsman is the outer shell, serving as its protection. Once that process is complete, the seed will sprout, and having served its purpose, the outer shell will gradually disappear. Forging an ancient name is no easy task, and creating one for an outlander makes it even more challenging. Still, if you're here, that means your mind is set.
Yes, because I believe forging this name will be well worth it. We don't know how long we'll be able to hold back the Abyss or what the final price of averting this disaster will be. If giving up my life means that all the people of Natlan can have a future, then the sacrifice is practically negligible. Even when I'm staring death in the face, I don't think I'll regret this decision. I bear the name Baraka. This is a part of my duty.
I understand. The chance may be exceedingly slim, but you still want to seize it, because this could be the final step to victory. And you, Sidlali? The anxiety you feel. It's because you saw something, yes? Something you were not meant to see.
Oh.
So, you know about that too.
She's pretty omnipotent.
What is she talking about?
I've had concerns for a long time. Mauvika's plan needs too much time, and too many things can go wrong. The Masters of the Night Wind have a ceremony that can be used to glimpse the future. It's just... using this power on the Pyro Archon has always been seen as a taboo.
And you did it anyway? What did you see?
Death.
Oh.
A key part of Mauvika's plan is using the 6 heroes to release the power Xbalanque obtained from the Ruler of Death. Considering its origins, the price of using that power is death.
Gotta exchange one life for another. Is this an Archon quest? Yes, this is Natlan Archon quest. I'm pretty much only going through Archon quest. I have very little story quest left. And at that, Natlan has their story quest formatted differently, but I'll probably get to that after all of the Natlan Archon quests to just like know the main story and then do the story quests. To not get confused on any details in my own head.
You're saying Mauvika is going to die in this war against the Abyss?
Yes.
I can't just ignore what I saw. That's why I need the Traveler's power. I need the power of a Descender.
Yeah, we have a lot of titles.
Don't forget, Sidlali. Even if it may seem like someone is fated to die, The nature of death and fate are different. Fate indicates what will happen in the future. The time, manner, and place are all predetermined. But death is different. Death is a rule. The ruler of Death's power will allow Mauvika to triumph over the Abyss. But she must offer her own life in the process. The ruler of Death cares little for the time and manner of a death. She simply guarantees that it will occur. Fate may be able to influence the timing, but that is all the Traveler can change.
Wait, you're saying we might be able to change when she dies, but not the outcome?
I cannot help you with this, I'm afraid. It's beyond my capabilities.
Mauvika knows about all this, doesn't she?
Yes. I imagine she has long accepted this eventuality.
Well, I can't. She's so strong. She never gives up, never rests until a problem is solved. She's not the type of person to just quietly accept her death. The Traveler shares that quality. That's why I think this gamble is worth it. Together, I know they can overcome the impossible. Be it fate or death.
We shall have to wait and see, but I will curb my expectations. My time is running out. It is my honor to witness humanity in this moment of absolute determination.
We won't forget your contributions. Once we deal with the Abyss, we'll find a way to keep you alive.
Thank you for saying that, but there is nothing you can do. How many years of life are enough? 10? 100? 1,000? 10,000? The Night Kingdom will disappear. The humans will continue to fight against the Abyss, and in the end, all will cease to exist. When you consider all of that, extending my life is meaningless.
That's what makes us different. Even if our end comes tomorrow, humanity will still do whatever it takes to survive today.
Yeah, to live all their moments. Do all that they can to survive.
Exactly.
Times like these always fill me with admiration and reinforce my commitment to the mandate I shoulder. My creator was right in esteeming you as special above others. Here. This is my gift to you and an extension of my will. It can record the Traveler's experiences in this land, whether from the past or the future.
Oh, they're gonna have to do a lot of writing.
With it, you can forge the ancient name you desire, and the Traveler will also become a hero forever recorded in the memory of Natlan.
Thank you. We're sorry to ask this of you when your strength is already all but spent.
Really. Thank you so much.
Your thanks are unnecessary. This is the least that an angel can do. Time for you to leave. It's getting dark.
Oh, she can see somehow.
I can't sleep with all the noise outside! Forget it, let's go check it out.
I'm gonna guess we kinda napped. What else are they adding in 5.7 besides the new VA? Besides that and the new Dainsleff quest, I'm not too sure. You would probably want to check out the Genshin Impact's channel for their 5.7 livestream program. That usually has all the information on that stuff, and it's pretty much a good source of information for any update they come with. Because they do it like, I think a week or so before they plan to release the update, so it'll have all the information you want in terms of like what events are coming up, who's on what banner, the upcoming new quest, all that jazz. So I would suggest watching that.
Lolly, is there a reason you're up so early?
We went to see the Lord of the Night, and she gave us this. Like I said before, I couldn't forge your ancient name because there was no record of you in the Night Kingdom. But with this, we can finally record your deeds.
Just keep it with you during your time in Natlan. And eventually, it'll be full of your adventures.
Really? Let Paimon see!
Ooh. This is interesting. Oh, so I guess this is kind of just like people we meet along the way in terms of like, oh, Paimon's with us. Helped with the Night Kingdom and Ororon. This is a lot of stuff though, so I don't know if all this actually gets filled out in the Archon quest or story quests are included too. We'll have to see.
Whoa, it's the two of us! And a sun in the middle! Oh, and that must be... Kachina?
It's not a concrete medium. It reflects the Lord of the Night's will, and shows what she wants you to see.
Oh, in other words, don't worry about his form. When you want to check the contents, just take it out and have a look.
Sounds convenient! It's also super light and doesn't take up too much space. This is a really awesome gift.
I guess this is like kind of a good way to check your progress in terms of just anything related to Notland. I guess it's another way to another thing to do, another way to fill out stuff. It doesn't come with a price, right? It didn't cost a ton of Mora.
Oh yeah, we'd feel bad accepting something like that.
Oh, yeah, don't worry, you two. It's, you know, like you saw yesterday, aiding humanity is the Lord of the Night's mandate. She would have willingly reconstructed Natlan's ley lines at the cost of her own existence. She wouldn't ask anything in return for this.
You sure? I'm just joking.
Exactly. Just take it.
Well, if you say so.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. The Abyss attacked again, and it's really bad.
Alright, time to kick some butt.
The monsters are everywhere. We need help.
So soon? We just fought them off.
We can figure that out later. Let's go.
Alright, I guess more stuff to do.
I see. I'll send reinforcements to those 2 locations. This other one is too dangerous. I'll handle it myself. The remaining locations are remote with no inhabitants. Let's bring our warriors back and make sure they're careful on the retreat.
Understood. I'll spread the word.
We're here. What's going on? Kachina said the Abyss attacked again?
Yes, it's not looking good. Our forces have always been able to handle the sporadic attacks, but now there are more monsters than ever, and the attacks are more frequent.
Ugh.
What about the scale? What areas are they targeting?
All of Natlan. Not just around the stadium, but even the remote areas of the Collective of Plenty are reporting attacks.
Could this also be some kind of omen? If things continue like this, then...
We won't last much longer, I know. What we're seeing now is the desperation of the Abyss. It knows we're only one hero short.
They know we're really close to succeeding.
I don't have the strength to fight it right now. This is its best opportunity and its final chance.
You're saying we just have to hold...
It'll be a long fight. Our current focus needs to be on protecting civilians and conserving manpower. There are caravans and adventurers trapped in the wild. Many of our warriors have already left to rescue them, but they'll need reinforcements.
Leave that to us. We'll head out right away.
All right. Shilonen, Kachina, head to the camp near the Children of Echoes. Sitlali, you're needed in the Masters of the Nightwind.
So they all gotta go back home.
As an important figure in the plan, Ororon will stay here. Your tribe is too far from the stadium.
Understood. I'll leave right away.
I prepared a hot air balloon to take you where you're needed. Messengers from the Scions of the Canopy are traveling all around Natlan. Update them once you've completed your mission, and they'll compile the information into a battle report. As I receive intel from the various regions, I'll plan your next move.
All right, no time to lose. Let's go.
Now where do we go? We could help out anywhere.
Be careful, everyone.
What about us? Where should we go?
I received word that a small team escorting civilians back to the stadium was attacked. They won't be able to hold out for long. Can I leave them to you?
Of course.
Thank you. The hot air balloon is over there.
Ooh. Hot air balloon. Oh, wait. Outdoor rescue. All hotspots that require reinforcements are shown here. Oh, this is cool. This is something very similar to like what events would pull off. So monster types, participants. Warriors are not when they're filled with spirit and vigor under their influence, the invading monsters have weakened. Press go to reinforce. Oh, and it looks like we see abyssal corrosion level. So right now it's pretty weak. Leyline status is stable. Oh, and I guess the faster we do these, the better. That's kind of neat. I like that. That's cool. Oh, I really like that. Thanks for healing. Thanks for the free heals, buddy.
Speed.
Now what do we do? Start.
And we're off.
Oh.
Hey, this thing is pretty convenient.
It is.
It's
Faster
not
than I
only
thought.
fast, but also saves us a lot of energy.
18%. So this is a pretty final push.
There are warriors fighting everywhere. Seems like chaos in the making. Good thing for those battle reports.
And I mean, especially if this is a like, you know, a nation of warriors, they're all pretty trained and like prepared for this, so luckily it's not like anyone's gonna go in empty-handed, which is good. That's quite a bit to get there. So it isn't fast, but like this is faster than us going on foot for sure. Now I'm crazy zoomed out. Wonder if that's where we need to be. That is. I don't know if this is gonna drop me off though. I might have to just swing out the side. Yeah, I think so. Oh, I can't get out.
Be trapped. Let's go help.
Well, I would if I could, but it's actually keeping me in, which I guess is good so you don't trap yourselves.
Thank goodness.
Wow, these guys are almost done.
Shine down.
Talk to. Wow, that was pretty quick. So they were almost done.
Thank you for coming. We were almost at the breaking point.
There were just too many monsters. They just kept coming, wave after wave. I've never seen it this bad.
At least we got here in time. You all should get going.
I know, but it's not that easy. A lot of people were hurt in the battle just now. Our cart was also attacked, and now our supplies are scattered everywhere.
That's not important right now. We need to focus on getting out of here alive.
I know, but these were medical supplies. What if they need them back at the stadium?
It's them! Over here! We came to help, but looks like you don't need it. Nice job making it through.
Now we can head straight to the next location.
What other areas need help?
Here, take a look at the latest battle report. Messengers from the Scions of the Canopy are traveling all around Natland to pass along the latest intel. If you see a messenger from the Scions of the Canopy, feel free to ask them about the latest battle situation.
Yeah, I guess this comes from like a nation that doesn't have a whole lot of like technology to instantly like update each other. They have to go by word of mouth.
Thanks! Now where should we go next?
Seems like you can hold your own in a fight, so let's split up. Choose.
Still looks like they could use some help here, though.
It's all right. Don't delay your rescue.
But if we stay here too long...
What do you think, Traveler? Should we stay and help? Paimon will do whatever you decide.
Do we actually get to choose, or 23%? It's still weak. Talk to people. Talk to them. Okay.
Traveler, can I ask you a favor? My mother's a doctor. When she heard about the attacks in the wilderness, she rushed out to help, and I haven't heard from her since. I'm worried. She's not a fighter, and I can't leave to check on her. I want her to stay out of this. So if you see her, can you please tell her to take shelter?
Yeah.
Of course. We've got this.
Thank you. Oh, that makes it easier to focus on the current battle.
Alright, now where's the other person? Guess we kind of have to do things a little quick.
Do you get scared?
It's normal to be afraid.
Normal? You mean I'm not being a coward?
No, you're fighting for your life. Of course you're gonna be scared.
Not at all. You're here, aren't you? Ready to fight even despite your fear. That's
Oh, yeah. You're right. Thanks, you two.
Alright. Current area has been completed. We're gonna start heading a little bit north. Did I teleport there? No, I guess it has to reset the mission to reset the environment. Especially because of the restricted path on the map. We're not allowed to go by foot by any means. Get kind of a long travel. I wonder if we actually are able to like stabilize the abyssal corruption, or it'll just keep going till the Archon quest is like, all right, we got to use the hero power now. This thing's a lot slower now. I guess because it's descending, and typically descending will make it a lot slower, but why does it need descend? So it's just gonna have to go back up. Oh. I don't know. Weird.
Hey, Kanish just ran past. He must be busy delivering messages. At least he didn't look hurt.
Yeah. I guess it's good that they have like one whole tribe of people dedicated to the messenger business. So that's you know, quite a bit of people. I'm assuming every tribe has like quite a good amount of people. We're almost there.
Everything looks good so far. Wait! Those Saurians are fighting the Abyss! Unbelievable! Attacking cute, innocent Saurians? Come on, let's go help!
No, I meant to switch Eula, but you know what? This is fine.
Freeze to the core.
Gonna try and take out the worst of them first. All the Saurians pretty much recognize their home is like in peril, so done. Can you make the balloon go faster? No, it will not let me control it.
Safe now. The bad guys are all gone. Go and find your friends, okay? It's dangerous out here. Okay,
I don't
then.
think they understood that.
Shoo! Shoo! Come on, shoo!
Oh, don't be mean.
Nope. Still nothing. Wait. There's something on the ground over there.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, it's one of the battle reports from the Scions of the Canopy. This must be what the Saurians were trying to protect. Looks pretty recent, too. We can use it to figure out where to go next.
If it's recent, that means the messenger might still be nearby.
You're right. Maybe they just dropped it by accident, though. Anyway, we saw the battle report, so you guys don't need to worry anymore. Huh. Still no response.
They might hang around here for a little bit.
Well, what do you want to do? Follow the battle report or continue to explore this area?
For more optional stuff? Nah, I guess it's because we can't really exactly, talk to them. See if there are any survivors nearby, though. How nearby are we talking? Path? How far are we allowed to go?
More speed.
Ooh, I think I see somebody. Oh, it must be really injured.
Someone's injured. Oh, that must be the messenger. Hey, are you alright? Can you still walk?
The battle report! I have to find the battle report.
We already found it.
Yeah, we got you covered. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. I just hope I'm not too late. In times like these, every second counts. Even a short delay can put lives at risk.
Don't worry about that. We can take things from here. You just need to head back to the stadium and focus on getting better.
Have faith in your people.
You're right. I can't do much else in my current state anyway.
How can we make sure he'll safely get back, though? We can't let him make the journey alone. It's too dangerous out there.
He's got these guys.
Huh? What the?
Looks like this. Kassar, I know I said that wrong, but I cannot pronounce these to save my life. Wants to give you a lift.
Whoa, you guys sure about this? It's really dangerous out there.
I mean, they got 4 of them and they were already handling the others just fine till we arrived, so.
All right, well, thanks. This is a huge help.
Be careful on the road.
Thank goodness for those Saurians. They really came to the rescue.
Yeah, he stands a much better chance of survival for now. Turns out they could understand what you were saying this whole time.
Really? That's your takeaway from this? Huh. Unbelievable.
Alright. Let's go help Kanish. Oh, we actually can't. We can only focus on these hotspots, and abyssal corrosion's at 30%. This is an emergency. This result would depend on whether or not you provide immediate support. Alright, let's get going. I guess we'll try and focus on those ones.
This is the place. Let's go help.
More speed.
Oh, we teleported right over here.
More speed.
Hold the line.
There is no escape.
Dawn, break forth!
Taking out the mage first. The mages are the worst.
Shine down. Crush.
Allow me.
On you.
Shudder.
I know we have to take this thing down before we can get any more progress.
Beg for mercy.
There we go. Now at least nothing more can spawn.
Shudder.
What else do we got up? We got Shaman.
Beg for mercy.
And then one Helitril over here. Luckily, they're backed against invisible walls. Makes it so much easier. One more
More
Helitril.
speed.
It's already getting beat up. There we go.
Thank you for coming. We finally have time to catch our breath.
What's the situation with the Children of the Echoes?
Fairly stable for now. We've stationed ourselves here to act as a buffer.
What about the monsters that suddenly appeared?
Based on my experience, the monsters are attracted to 2 things. The presence of living beings and combat.
Yeah, so they'll just kind of feed into a fight.
That's why we set up our front line of defense so far from the tribe. The civilians are more isolated from combat that way. Ah, the messenger's here.
Perfect! We were just waiting for the latest battle report.
We'll stay here and continue to guard the tribe. There's so much that needs to be done after that last battle. If you're not in a hurry to leave, would you be willing to help out?
That's a decision for the Traveler.
I mean, yeah. What do you need, though?
Ah, by the way, I think I know where some monsters might be. It's an area. If you've got some time, I'd appreciate the backup.
Of course.
All right, let's move out.
Oh, and that's real nearby. So... yeah, I guess we only can really talk to this
Here's
guy.
the current situation. People from all over Natlan are trying to make their way to the stadium, but they're being targeted by the Abyss. If you have the strength, they could really use some help.
Oh, we're just about to help this guy, and that's... here's the point. Yeah, that's right nearby. Oh, shoot. It literally won't let me out of this form. I have to keep bumping it with B. This is a little annoying. You do a decent amount of geo damage. That's kind of nice. Oh, there we go.
Rest and rebuild.
I'm gonna mainly focus on just getting this done. Otherwise, things will just keep coming back anyway.
Beg for mercy.
Seems the little Cliffhound died. Come on, you're almost done, bud. There we go.
Thanks to you, we managed to clear out the threats in the surrounding area. Let's head back.
Oh, what's the banner? Dear travelers, Genshin Impact servers be down for maintenance in about 1 hour. Please plan your gameplay time and progress accordingly. More details, blah 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 blah. Huh, I thought I had actually till tomorrow. I mean, luckily we can probably go till there's 30 minutes left. So, we actually should probably be okay. We can have a little bit of a shorter stream than I planned.
Looks like it really is getting too dangerous for people to stay out in the wild. Guess that means the situation isn't getting any better. Well, we'll just have to keep fighting.
Alright, where's the pylon? There's gotta be a pylon around here.
More speed.
It's the pylon. Not seeing it.
More speed.
I don't know, maybe we have to actually take down the monsters first this time. There it is. Okay.
There is no escape.
Race to the wicked!
Come on.
Crush.
Eula's physical powers gonna do a lot more here. I know, I'm trying to prioritize it, but I'm also trying not to get my butt kicked. There we go. Kanish!
Oh, Kanish, you're back!
Yeah. Thought I would check on the situation after finishing my delivery work. If you're here, though, I doubt I'm needed.
Every person counts. We wanted a breather anyway.
Yeah, it really feels like we're running short on people everywhere. It's so dangerous out there. Just when we think everything's under control, another thing goes off the deep end. Not that Paimon's complaining, it's just... What if things get even worse?
Psh, what a stupid question. You know the answer, you're just too afraid to face it. Like a puny bug clinging to a pipe dream.
Okay, that's enough out of you!
This may be one of the few times a How has a point. On the bright side, we can pat ourselves on the back for saving all these civilians and bringing them here. My tribe is launching a second wave of patrols soon. We'll do a scan of the whole nation. As long as we don't scatter our forces, the Abyss is nothing to fear.
Fear is useless anyway. Even if the endless surge of monsters scares you to death, you still have to fight. There's no other choice.
That is true. Where's Mauvika?
She took a small team of warriors to the mines. A group of people from the Children of Echoes were trapped there. I think she just got back. The lava alone makes that area dangerous, and now it's crawling with monsters. Without her power, she's just an ordinary vision bearer like the rest of us. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried.
Spewing nonsense, as always. Quit worrying and look at the outcome, genius! She's still obviously the strongest warrior you have.
Yeah, she always seems so confident. Plus, she told us you can only become the Archon by proving your strength.
It's true. She certainly helps us save manpower. She can handle the dangerous areas almost entirely on her own.
Alright. I'm tired of this conversation. Either take a break or get moving already.
A break sounds good. We won't be much help in the field if we're dead on our feet.
Good idea! Maybe we can see if the people around here need anything in the meantime.
Even on our break, we can still be helpful.
Looks like we're on the same page. A lot of people in here. Could they all be refugees?
Rest here a while. I don't know if the corrosion will exactly... I meant the map. Let me look at the map. 43. Alright. I think because I have a few things I need to do, I might actually have to call it a little early. Like earlier than I expected. And I actually did not know Genshin was going to go for maintenance. So... Actually... We will still look at the Skirk trailers. So... Gonna go right over here. Currently in special story mode. You may experience some of the same content again. Do you wish to leave? Yeah, I don't mind repeating content. Right. Leaving my world. There's no Gambler to do. Not enough time to do it anyways. Alright. But once we take a tiny break, there's 3 different ones? Okay. Yeah, once we take a tiny break, I'll get the trailers up. Let me just put on some music in the meantime. Alright, so I'll be right back and then we will watch the Skirk trailers and then we will call it a day for today. Alright, and we're back. Alright, I need to pop my art tablet on because that would be the easiest way to do this. Sorry for any of the window sounds. Alright, let me get the videos lined up. And it looks like future stream schedule will have to change a little bit. But I'll be making it in between the break from this stream and the Twitch stream later tonight. Just a little later tonight. It's not going to be too long either. Mostly because of the game I picked. It's the Genshin channel. Yeah. So there's a trailer, teaser, and miscellaneous. Good. We'll see about the animated short maybe. All right. Let me scoot this down here. All right. So here is the. Oh, let me.
This view of the stars.
Sorry, I didn't switch monitors yet. My bad. I didn't mean to have it play either. There we go. All right. So here's the character trailer for Skirk, and yes, there is subtitles. I like having subtitles on my videos.
This view of the stars. It seems timeless. As if it could last forever. But all it takes is an instant for everything to come crashing down. The only choice is to forge ahead.
I like this music.
You survive. You endure. You evolve.
Damn. Ooh. They went all out.
In the cold expanse of space, civilizations crumble and fade into eternal night. But when darkness falls, I will slit its throat.
That's one hell of a fucking trailer, dude. Like, normally character trailers are not that intense, but they went all out with her. Which maybe because, like, she's someone that is not of Tevad, and, like, I guess I actually am not entirely sure if she is one of the first characters that we actually get to play that isn't of Tevat, that isn't just a traveler. So they went all out, like very anime open-esque. The music's very more uplifting than I thought it would be for her kind of character, mostly because of her darker design, but it's cool to kind of see she has a shift in outfits too. The animated short has some really interesting details. Okay, so we can watch that one as well. I'll like that, so I remembered that I already watched it. Alright, so here's the teaser, about the same length, looks a little more animated, less game model as well.
スカークの行方か。 手がかりはあるのかな？
Japanese.
師匠は謎めいた人で。
どんな人物かがわからないことにはな。
そうだな。そういえば俺が卒業した日、3つの質問をしていいと言われた。まずはずっと不思議だったんだけど、なんで俺を弟子にしてくれたの？
お前があれを呼び覚ましたからだ。私が教えた武芸が将来役に立つだろう。もちろん生きて帰るにはもっと強くならなければならないが。
すでにいろいろ習っただろ。どうやってもっと強くなればいいんだよ。
まだ基礎だけだ。弓の扱いもまだ荒い。形ある武器を完全に極めれば次のステージに行けるだろう。全てを手中の刃と化し、神羅万象を自在に操るのだ。そうすれば師匠のようにさらなる力を追い求められる。
分かった。じゃあ最後の質問だ。師匠はなんでいつもそんな顔してるの？強くなるって楽しいことじゃないの？師匠
Froze him again.
それで師匠は何と？
深淵を離れるとき、師匠が最後にこう言ったのが聞こえた。いつか滅びゆく星々を越えていけば、お前にも私の見ている世界は見えるようになるだろう。
They went all in on like a new animation studio. Or not a new animation studio, but this seems like a lot of like new art actually. It's kind of like really nice to know a character that is out of Tevat. And it looks like, I'm guessing, either she saw the explosion of her own world, or maybe Kanya? But damn. She's turned out to be like a really cool lore character. I just don't, I want to, yeah. This is really going to tell us how she's going to work. It's only 4 minutes. Usually they're actually a bit longer. Maybe she doesn't need as much explanation. Mostly because I guess recent ones would include like the phlogiston mechanic and having to explain how that works. And so here's the miscellaneous. Eleni. Either way, it's going to tell us about Skirk.
これまでの旅でお前は己の
Still in
力を
Japanese.
示し、強者であることを証明した。私と対等に言葉を交わす資格がある。教えるのは一度だけだ。
スカークは特殊なエネルギー、ジャの光地を使用する氷アタッカーだ。通常攻撃や元素爆発で戦闘を行うが、この元素爆発は元素エネルギーではなく、ジ
Not rely on
ャの
elemental
光地を
energy.
使って発動する。元素スキル1回押しでは、ジャの光地を一定量獲得して、七層一戦状態に入る。この時、通常攻撃、銃撃、落下攻撃は、元素付与によって他の元素に変化しない氷ダメージとなる。中断耐性が上がり、通常攻撃と銃撃の範囲が広くなる。長押しではジャのコーチを獲得し、中断耐性がアップした状態で高速移動をし続ける。チームの仲間が氷関連反応を起こすと、近くに巨鏡の裂け目が生成される。七層一戦状態のスカークが銃撃または元素スキルの長押しで高速移動すると、巨鏡の裂け目を吸収し、ジャのコーチを獲得する。
星々よ、静かに眠れ。
ジャのコーチが50以上の時に元素爆発を発動すると、ジャのコーチを全て消費して連続攻撃を行い、氷範囲ダメージを与える。また発動時に持っていた50を超える分のジャのコーチに応じて元素爆発のダメージがアップする。 スカークは戦闘に際して受け身ではなく積極的に戦い方を変えることで相手の不意をつく。七相一戦状態の時、彼女は蛇のコーチを消費せずに元素爆発を発動する。この場合、周囲の一定範囲内にある巨鏡の裂け目を吸収し、スカークの通常攻撃のダメージが上がる。水または氷キャラの仲間と協力して戦うと、スカークの元素爆発および七相一戦モードでの通常攻撃のダメージが上がる。武芸の習得には多様な術の会得が不可欠だ。弟子から師となった彼女ならよく知っているはずだ。スカークがチームにいるとき、チーム全員の元素タイプが水と氷のみからなる場合、それぞれの元素スキルレベルが1上がる。スカークは戦闘に長けており、様々な戦闘スタイルを見せる。仲間の協力のもと、元素スキルの1回落ちで敵に攻撃を仕掛け続け、銃撃と元素爆発をタイミングよく発動することで巨鏡の裂け目を吸収し、凄まじい構成で敵を一掃する。また元素スキルの長押しでフィールド上にある巨鏡の裂け目を吸収し、溜まった蛇のコーチで元素爆発を発動して目の前の敵を粉砕する。俺から見たスルトロッチは決して死にはなれそうにない人物だ。だから今まで通り兄の予言が実証されると、俺の運命に対する不満はさらに深まった。幸い今のところスカークは極悪鬼の悪い部分を受け継いでいないようでほっとした。しかし幸いと言えるのはそこだけだ。多くが運命から逃れようとする一方で、生き残るためその束縛に自ら足を踏み入れる者もいる。これは不可抗力なのだ。この先もこうした馬鹿げたことは起こり続けるだろう。俺はまだいろんな問いの答えを探している。貴様もそのはずだ。今回はここまでにしておこう。後のことはまた会う時に。
Oh, okay. So yeah, it looks like Cryo, but I'm gonna guess there's absolutely no vision on her, and if she doesn't actually, like, go off of elemental energy, I guess that means you probably don't even need to train either EM. I'm gonna think you don't need to, like, worry about elemental mastery at all, because it doesn't matter. Yeah, she looks really powerful. I wonder if this kind of, like, gives up people hope in, like, oh, Dainsleif was gonna, like, I've heard, like, because he's not playable, but he's gonna be playable, but, like, not for some time. That, like, people were, like, really hoping he'd introduce an abyssal power as, like, an 8th sort of element, but not really an element into the play. But maybe because, like, she would also technically have that, but it's under the disguise of Cryo, that maybe he's not going to get that, or they're leaving it for him and Skirk just happened to come out before Dainsleif's going to be revealed. I'm not too sure, but I wonder if they're going to stick with that, or if this also helps with the case of, like, Dotore has been said to be playable, however, he's not a vision bearer. I don't think he has delusions either, because Dotore, at least in the comics, I don't know if they changed it in-game, like, hates vision bearers. Like, he hates having a vision. He never wants one, so he doesn't have it. He's just an experimental, like, scientist. He's still really powerful that way because he can clone himself and do a lot of scientific things. So it would make sense for him to not have a vision, but in gameplay, if he is playable, that's really hard to get around because almost everybody has to have one. But maybe with this to cover up, like, abyssal power being under Cryo, maybe they'll do that too? But I could also be wrong about the whole Dotore no vision thing. Like, that's so possible. Because that's off of old information. They might have changed their minds. Anyways, here's the animated short. Star Odyssey. Got some really pretty ass art for all of Skirk stuff.
テリマップでは世界の外から来た世界の運命を変える者を降臨者と呼ぶ。だがお前にその資格はない。教会を開いたのは俺だからな。お前はただの密航者だ。
If you learn your name makes you drift far away, and if the dust and time still weigh you down, pulling you astray, if passing years change you somehow, let not this simple life must still be there with you.
She's so cute.
どこに落ちたんだろう。
俺に勝ちたければ俺の歩いた道をたどってみるがいい。
Please know that I stay to wait. Please know that I stay to see.
だがそこにお前は属さない。お前の家もない。
私、アリスよ。旅の人。
Alice? Bro, what? Let's go! The man, the myth, the method, legend. So she is technically a descender, but it's because she did not come here. She was kind of forced here, or something to that effect. That she was called a trespasser. What I'm getting, and that. Sorry, I was eating a Reese's cup while we were watching that. And she must have been there for a while, but see, at the end of the beach was the opening cutscene. Oh, okay. That's like. So it I'm assuming some of the cutscenes weren't like that were of the darker theme with a bunch of abyssal monsters aren't like I don't know if it's supposed to be Conria or supposed to be the world that she previously was, and like the abyss is that big that it's not just in the world of Teva, it's in other worlds or planets or whatever, that it's such a big danger. It's worse than the Fatui. Kind of makes the Fatui seem like, oh, they're actually trying to take care of this problem. Maybe you guys aren't so bad. The abyss is worse. The lesser of two evils, I guess. You know, some of this could be me misremembering some stuff about the abyss with the Dainsleif quest from really early on, because that was like 2-3 years ago. But damn, that's really interesting. She's a very interesting character. And I was really hoping we'd see Alice. She said Alice, and I was like, oh, really? Skirk only came to Teyvat 500 years ago. Okay, so about the same time as the siblings / us. I kind of forget if the story was like, oh, we kind of woke up 500 years after, but we came there together, and just the sibling happened to rise up. So she came around the same time that we did. That's very interesting, though, that we, like, but all, like, very separate what happened. And that actually makes me realize some people's ages. Like Alice. Well, not entirely, because, you know, it's not 500 years ago all of that happened. His child is, I'm quite sure, human. Yeah, because Farina only came to power 500 years ago, and Farina was the Archon in the video. Yeah. It also explains why she looks really happy and not depressed yet. Because you know that's soon to happen. Alrighty, I think we will probably call it here. It's a little earlier than I actually planned to, but I honestly thought that Genshin maintenance was tomorrow. So, not tomorrow. Well, the update is planned for tomorrow, but I guess some of the maintenance goes on for a while. I forget how long the update maintenance is. So, later tonight, I will be streaming on my Twitch. I'll, of course, make an announcement. I believe it should still be at 6 p.m. CST. We're going to just do some chill Phasmophobia. I need to grind up some gear before I go doing Apocalypse tries, because I Prestige, which resets all your levels, and then I don't have my level 90 gear. So here is my Twitch. Here is my Blue Sky and Twitter for any schedule. I'm going to be uploading my schedule in between this stream ending and the next stream beginning. I'll be uploading it then. Just warning, it will probably be pretty minimal for streams this week. I'm pretty busy with job stuff and IRL, so we'll see how that all goes. And yeah, so I will either see you guys in a bit or whenever I post my schedule, whenever I actually get to come around here again. It'll gonna be a busy week for me, so hopefully we will get a chance and maybe continue some Windcraft or something. Maybe Genshin. Depends on what day I plan everything. You know, really depends. Alright. Thank you all for joining me in the Haven. We made a lot of good progress today. We did end in a bit of a calamity situation, but when we get back, we'll be certain help. Is Genshin down? Yes, it is down for maintenance or about to be down for maintenance, so I would not recommend going on because it's about to be another big update. So you will have to wait a bit. Alrighty, but I thank you all for joining me. I'll either see you over on the Twitch or I will see you sometime next week, hopefully. And thank you for stopping by. Bye bye!